welcome to Cozy Ask Scoey. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about, I wanted to do a Flosstube basically, and talk a little bit about some of the projects that I have coming up. My last Flosstube I talked about, excuse me, sorry. I'm having some severe allergy issues this week, so I apologize if I'm a little bit incoherent or any of that. I seem to be very allergic to Luna, our dog, this week. So I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the newer projects and my goals for the year for Flosstube. I know I talked about that a little bit in the last Flosstube. My goals still primarily are to get through the sun. I'm doing the 2026 Haid Stitch Along. And then I want to finish Sunday Delight this year. And then I also want to try and finish Innocent Dreams, which was my 2025 Haid Stitch Along. I'm working on the Royal School of Needlework courses. I now have two. I'm partway through the Bluebirds one. So that one I plan on finishing this quarter for my personal curriculum for winter quarter, which is going to be January, February, March. I'm sorry, I'm so itchy. Luna licked me this morning. Now breaking out in hives. And then Royal School of Needlework Bluebirds. And then I also for Christmas got the Red Tulips beginner course, and I'll put like a link down below for those. They do have, I don't think they do any like discounts or anything like that, but I'm hoping to finish the Bluebirds by the end of March and then start the Red Tulips one in April. So if anybody wants to do that along with me, let me know in the comments, and I'll put the link for both of them in the description. But let me know in the comments if you want to do the Red Tulips one with me, and maybe I can start like a Facebook group or something like that to do it together. You would have to pay for your own course because I'm not affiliated with them at all. I'm just taking some of their courses. And I think they're about 50 pounds, which whatever that converts to in your currency. I don't know how much my husband bought them for me, so I don't know. But my goal is to get through, I think, 3 to 4 kits this year. I tend not to stitch a lot in the summer, so I may only get through 3. My goal is to get through 3 of the beginning kits. So I'm doing Bluebirds, then I'm going to do Red Tulips, and then I was thinking of doing the beginning crewel work one after that, maybe in the fall. So if you want to join me, let me know. It's not too late to join me on the Bluebirds one. Let me know on that one in the comments too. I really only stitched a little bit because I'm so slow with embroidery. I'm still learning, and it's going to be a long journey. I think embroidery is a lot harder than cross stitch. And I forget, like I've been cross stitching for over 15 years. Like I've already gotten all the kinks out of that. So like I've already gone through that learning process, and it was so long ago that I forget, right? So I did do my order from 123 Stitch finally came in. It was kind of a hassle. It was not them. They sent it immediately, right? They're very good. And they actually emailed me because one of my things that I had ordered was out, and then they immediately shipped it out, and then it sat in New York for like a week and a half going through customs. And then it came on Monday, but I was out of town, and they did not even knock on the door. They just sent it right back to the post office because I had to pay customs on it, which I figured I would have to. And yeah, so then I had to go to the post office to get it, and I was just like, you guys didn't even knock on the door. And like, no, we don't do that. They just went to the front desk. Like, I'm like, my husband was home. You guys could have at least knocked on the door so that my husband could pay the customs, so I didn't come to the post office. But I guess they don't do that up here. They just, if there's customs, they immediately take it straight to the post office instead of knocking on the door in these like when you live in an apartment. So that was fun. The lady is very nice, and it was not a huge hassle to go to the post office, but I just feel like this box, it was not even that big. It was small. I just feel like it was like a journey. Like I went through this long journey trying to get my 123 Stitch order for I'm going to be doing the Max Colors Supersized A Stitching Shelf by Aimee Stewart, and it's charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. I will put a picture up somewhere here probably of it, because I did not print out the little like thing yet, and I think I'm low on ink. So I will probably print it in black and white. And I know you guys want to see the full color of it because it's beautiful. So Aimee Stewart does a lot of these shelves, and they end up being huge. Like this one, I think I had to order fabric because I didn't have a piece big enough. I believe it finishes 42 inches across, and it's like 39, I think, tall, or 32 tall, maybe. So I had to buy a full yard. So one of the dimensions is 36 inches. So it must be 32 that it finishes that dimension, the tall dimension. And then I needed 40. No, it finishes 39.5 inches wide, but I add 4 inches, right? 2 for each side, 2 to 3 for each side. So, and the biggest piece of fabric I had was 42 inches wide. So I had to order something that was like 40 plus 4, 45, 46 inches wide. And I found one, the what size I found is 52 inches wide. So I will have extra. I have to cut the fabric. So I got 2 of those. And I got the 25 count easy grid because that is what I've been jamming with lately. I did not want to grid out my fabric on this large of a piece on my own. So I will be stitching it 1/1 on 25 count easy grid. I think this is Laguna. Yep. And it's got the gray. There's a little shipping thing. So yeah. And I did double check my order paper, and the dimensions are correct. Like they're the right dimensions that I wanted. This is my thick order paper. Let's see. It is 36 by 55. So, and they were $65, $64.86 each US. So it's a lot of money for a pattern, right? Like stitching these large patterns is so expensive. Don't ask me how much I spent. But also I went by the called for threads, and I'm only stitching 1/1 and not 2/1 like they recommend. So I will have double the threads, and it's like 200 colors, I think. I felt like I bought every single DMC thread there is known to be existence, but I didn't, because there's like over 500 colors for DMC, but I bought 200 threads. I didn't buy a full 200 because they were out of a couple. And 2, I bought cones. So I have a cone of black, I have a cone of 3371, and I think a cone of 3031. So those ones had a lot in there, and I didn't buy those because I already bought cones a while ago, like last fall. But I got my fabric. I have my threads, and some of these threads are I was missing a few for the sun. But look at that. These packs are so big. So many threads. Bobbinating these is going to be a hassle. But I did have to buy some of the threads that I needed for the sun. I was missing a few of them, and I'm hoping, because there's one that I definitely need. I think it's 915. Why did the TV just turn on? That's weird. Nobody is anywhere near the remote. Is there a ghost in my house? 1 second, please. Yeah. There may be a ghost in my house, or it could be my husband hit a button on his phone upstairs because it was turning on YouTube. So sometimes when we go on YouTube on our phones or our computers, it automatically connects to the TV. That was really weird. Anywho, these are the thread colors. They're beautiful. They're vibrant. I'm so excited to get started. This one is going to be, it's 999 stitches wide, which I think is their biggest width that they have. And it's like 700 something, 771, I think, tall. So when it's finished. So my goal is to finish it. Yeah, the TV just turned on again. So my goal is to finish it in 5 years. Um, if I'm going to finish it in 5 years, if I had started on January 1st, like I had wanted to, I would have needed to do like 350 stitches a day, I think, when I calculated it out. But now I'm behind, right? I haven't even gridded my fabric. Like I like to do I'll probably for this one, because it's so large, I may do each page. I'm going to buy a scroll frame. I feel like I can't do this one in hand with a hoop. So I do need to get a scroll frame. I think my goal right now is to start on February 1st. Just because I need a little bit of time to gather. I was going to pre-bobbinate my threads maybe this time, just because there's so many, and I usually don't, but I don't know. So that I'm excited to start on. I also, which I have this paper, which I brought over, I also want to start maybe at the same time. So when we did this, if you joined this 2026 Stitch Along, you got an exclusive Aimee Stewart pattern, and it's Aimee's Sanctuary of Stitching. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. Like, we got it. And then other people started stitching it, and now I want to stitch it too. I have a feeling like the thread colors are going to be the same as the stitching shelf pattern. That's why I got two of these, this fabric. This one I did not, so there was a max color or supersized version, and I decided I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do the regular version. And this one is 750 stitches wide by 420 high. So it's 30 by 16 and a half, or 16 and 3/4 on this 25 count fabric. So I should need half, or not half, but if my fabric is 36 by 55, I'm going to need, yeah, I'd say a little over half, like maybe like 2/3 of the fabric I'm going to need for this one, which is much longer. So this one is long and not so tall. And the other one that I'm doing, the stitching shelf, is much taller. Like it's probably up to here. So that's why the dimensions are slightly off. So since I already have threads for the other one, I'm pretty sure I'll have all the same threads for this one, especially since I bought double what I needed, right? And I did check before I bought stitching shelf threads, and they're the lowest thread count, I think, like the stitches when you look in Pattern Keeper. Oh, which I have. Oh, I should look at that. That one, I think it was around 150 to 200 stitches, like total for the whole piece in a color. So I felt like that was enough to justify buying a skein of it. And then I think because now I have this large set of threads, I'm going to organize. I already have ideas for organizing, and I will film that. And then I probably will be shopping my threads from a master set after that. That's what I think the 310 stitcher does. And I know I've mentioned her a bunch of times because I absolutely love her. She's amazing, and I love everything she does. Or maybe it's not the 310 stitcher. Maybe it's the nerdy stitcher. I don't know, but the 310 stitcher is doing that pattern with the dragons, and I like went out and bought it from Pain Free Crafts, and I also want to start that one this year because I love that so much, and my daughter loves it so much. Like I might have to do that one this year. But yeah. So I feel like I probably have enough threads that I don't need to buy unless I'm missing one. I'm going to organize all my threads, and then if I'm missing, I know I'm missing one from so far. I'm missing 918, I think, for the sun, but I'm going to look through my threads first before I buy more, because I have so many threads and so many duplicates, and I feel like I need to use up what I have. So I did buy a bunch of other stuff from 123 Stitch. I just kind of stocked up on some stuff, and then I bought some smaller projects to do this year because I want to kind of expand my stitching knowledge, right? I usually do full coverage cross stitch, and I picked some other things that were that kind of would challenge my ability to do needlework, because I really want to do the Royal School of Needlework bachelor's in I think it's a BA in needle arts or something like that, and I would love to do that. I think that's amazing. So I bought more hoops. These are just Nura hoops. I bought 4. the Nura 8-inch Nura hoops, and these are for some of my smaller projects. I just have these really cheap wooden ones, and I hate them. Like, I hate them with a passion. They don't hold tension at all. And they're fine for small projects, but some of these bigger ones, I'm going to switch my son one over to one of these because I'm not enjoying the wooden hoop that I'm using right now. I bought this piece of 25 count easy grid. It's an 1/8 yard. It was on super sale. So I bought it because I knew I'd have some of these smaller projects that I could use it for. And I surprisingly am low on this easy grid. I don't like spending a lot of time doing prep on my pieces. And I know that's probably like a failing on my part, but I want things to be easy. I bought a bunch of project bags, and these ones, oh my God, you know I love rainbows. I love rainbows. I bought these ones. They're not as plasticky as the ones I've been using, but I bought, how many did I buy? Four. So I'll probably be using like this one for the stitching shelf, and then this one for the stitching sanctuary of knowledge or whatever. And then I bought 2 more because I have no problem having a lot of cross stitch and needlework whips. I have a problem with diamond painting whips, but I have no problem having a bunch of cross stitch ones. So I needed more project bags. And even if I don't store projects in these, I need to store like my fabric. I'd rather have it in a bag than just like right now it's just in the plastic bag. But I have all these little small pieces of fabric that I could probably stick all in one, right? I have tons of needles. I can stick all in one. I have tons of bobbins, just like packets of bobbins everywhere. I could just stick, look, I have needles here too. Needles. There's three packs of needles in here. 2 packs of bobbins. There's another pack of these tapestry needles that's already open. Like, I just need to organize. So I bought extra bags so I could organize my stuff. And then as far as patterns go, I will say, I don't mind paying large prices for patterns, but one of the ones that I bought, I was a little bit disappointed in. So I've never done a, I don't know how to pronounce it, a biscornu before. And so I think I bought 3 originally, but I bought 2 different ones. And the first one, I was kind of disappointed. I'm not going to show you the pattern itself, which is on the inside. It's 2 sides on the inside of this little tiny card, which I don't mind paying for a pattern, but I felt like this was tiny and there's no instructions whatsoever on how to put the biscornu together. And as someone who has never done one before, I'm sure there's instructions on this person's, it's from Tiny Modernist. I'm sure there's instructions on the website, I'm guessing, but it does not even say on here, the TV just turned on again. It does not even say on here where to find the instructions. So it just says like the colors and then where to use the backstitch and what size fabric to buy based on your thread count, which is super helpful. But I'm just not used to a pattern that doesn't have instructions. So it was kind of like, oh, okay. But I'm really excited about this one. It's the dragon one. I think I had also tried to order the Robin Hood one or something like that, but I'm gonna try that one. Luckily, this other pattern that I did buy from Little Dove Designs, it's a Strawberry Fairy. What's it? Strawberry Fair biscornu. This one does have detailed instructions on how to put the biscornu together and tells you what to do with it. So yay, Little Dove Designs, Little Dove Cross Stitch, which I love. I've been following them on Instagram for a long time. I'm really excited about this pack. They don't come with fabric or threads, which is what I wanted. I just wanted the pattern because I have tons of fabric and threads. Like this one has 703. I have millions of skeins of 703 because every pattern I do has 703 for some reason. So, yes, I have a lot of that. Oh, it's also because that's the color I use for my patterns that I designed. So I'm very excited about those. I feel like those will be like 1 month projects that I'm going to do. I'm going to do the strawberry one first because it has instructions on how to put the biscornu together. And then I'm going to do the dragon. And I will be like, Tiny Modernist has so many cute patterns that I feel like I probably will be buying these quite a bit. So I was like surprised that there was no instructions on how to make it, but also I'm sure there's instructions online, and it's just like I didn't read the description very well. So, although it would have been helpful. And then I got these. So these are cross stitch, back stitch on blank canvas. They're from Riolis, which is another like popular. It's like a kit, and this is like lanterns. So I thought I would try this. It comes with everything in it, which is really helpful because I don't have time to look for stuff. But I thought it would be fun to try this out. So I'm going to do this little project. I'm sure I'll be frustrated with it because, you know, I'm sure you have to assemble them at some point. But I've never done plastic, so I thought I would try it. And then I also got this one from Tiny Modernist, which also does not have instructions, but it's just a cross stitch pattern. And I'm really excited about it. It's so cute. It's called Snail Rider. And it's this little girl on a snail, and there's mushrooms, and I think it's beautiful. So I'm very excited about this one. I really am. I love all of their stuff, all of Tiny Modernist stuff. So also I got a little ornament. So it's a beaded ornament from Mill Hill. So Mill Hill has a lot of really tiny little ornament type kits. They have cross stitch, and then this one's a beaded heart, and it's a little, if you can see it, I'll put a picture up on all of these. It's called Love Stitching, and it's like a little cross stitch hoop with scissors and stuff. So I've never done beading before, so we'll see how this goes. I may be super frustrated by it. I'm definitely gonna have to use my light based on how small these beads are. Look at how tiny those things are. Like I'm gonna have a hard time getting them on the needle. So oh, and I didn't even notice that before. There's like a little scissors charm that hangs from the bottom. Oh, I'm gonna be so excited for that. I'm excited about this one. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. And if I like it, I'm probably gonna do a Christmas ornament, at least one next year. So that is it for my 1, 2, 3 stitch order. But I have one more thing I wanted to talk about. This is what my husband got me for Christmas, and it's 12 months of stitching. So she has posted this online, but it's from somebody called Cozy Blue, and I had never heard of Cozy Blue before he got me this kit. But it's like a stitch club, and each month you get a little packet, and in it is the threads, which they're very beautiful. And then there's like a little thing. So this is her Cozy Blue Stitch Club. I'm sure you can still join. I don't know how much he spent on it. I have no idea. But this month is, and she has already posted this on her Instagram account. So I guess she posts it, and then she does, it's like a printed pattern, and then she kind of shows you how she does the embroidery on it. So it's really cute. It's got like it's like a fairy ring almost, with mushrooms and leaves and stars. And I'm a little intimidated. I've only done like 2 small sections of embroidery, and this is a little bit more freeform. So I don't know if I'm going to start it right away. I'm going to see how it goes. I have to watch her videos that she posted up to her stories to see what kind of stitches she's using and see if I can just figure it out myself. But I'm getting 12 of these. So a stitching shelf has 713,286 stitches, by the way. I'm sorry, I'm not looking at the camera. I should be looking at the camera, but okay. So if you haven't seen the picture of this, I'll put it up. But The Sun by Edward Munch is the one I'm doing for the stitch along this year. And right now I worked on it last night so hard, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to get through at least a few hundred stitches. I'm at 1,004 stitches. So I did hit the 1,000 stitch mark last night at 1.13%. So this one has a total of 88,550 stitches. And it's been slow going for me. I've had to frog twice. Like, I keep finding missed stitches. I don't know if it's just that this pattern is so abstract. I'm having a hard time like logically finding where things go or what. But right now my estimated completion date is December 30th, 2026. So when I started yesterday, I did about 300 stitches last night, or yesterday afternoon and evening. And when I started, my estimated completion date was like March, I think March 1st or 2nd or something like that. And every time I saved it as I went on, I would check it again and be like, am I close? Am I close? Am I close to 2026? Like, this was, and by the end of the night, I think it said December 30th, 2026. But I know that when I start up again today, it's going to be like March something. So I really am a little bit behind on this one. I want to finish it in time. I think I need to finish it by December 15th, I think is the date. I will double check. And if that's wrong, I will put the correct date down below. But to get the rest of the stitch along charts, like to make the deadline. So I want to finish this time. I want to get it done. I want to do my other cross stitches, but I think I need to be stitching more like 500 to 600 stitches a day, which is a lot for me. 300 is still kind of a lot just because there's a lot of confetti in this one. I'll show you where I'm at, which I haven't posted any of my progress pics yet. I haven't even taken progress pics. So this is an exclusive first look that you're getting right now, making it to the end of my Flosstube video. But it's looking really good. I'm very happy with it. So if you can see, and I may just post a picture up online of it, but it's looking really good. I'm very happy with it so far. I'm gonna keep going. This is still page 1, I think ends over here. But I'm gonna keep going today and work on more of this stuff. But my goal was to get through 1 page this month, which is about 8,900 stitches, right? And I'm at 1,000 stitches. So, oh, I set down my iPad and then I lost it. So I would need to stitch, right? I still would need like about 7,000 more stitches, and I only have like 2 weeks left. So that means I need to stitch 500 stitches a day, right? At least 500 stitches a day. If I have 14 days and I need to stitch 7,000 stitches, then that's 500 stitches a day I need to stitch. And that's if I don't miss any days to get to the end of the page by the end of this month. So needless to say, Sunday Delight, Innocent Dreams are on hold. I also have lofty diamond painting goals. So I'm going to really try and catch up on this one this month. I'm heavily focused on it. And then probably next month is a short month, right? February, I probably will focus on Sunday Delight and focus on getting that done. And then I'm trying to get through my diamond paintings. So that's where I'm at with that. I'd really like to be at 10% by the end of the month, which is going to be 8,855 stitches, which is a little over a page, right? I don't know exactly how many stitches a page is, but I want to be ahead by the end of the month. So I want to have like my estimated completion date be like September or October maybe. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that. But I'm going to just keep plugging away. So thank you for watching. If you guys are doing a stitching shelf, max color mini, whatever, let me know. And if you want to start that with me on the 1st of February, I'm really excited to start it. And I've been so impatiently waiting for my stuff to come. I am going to try and find a scroll frame. So if you have a scroll frame reference that's not too expensive, let me know. I may end up just buying one. But I don't know what the good ones are. I haven't even had time to research it. So I'm going to have to do that this week or next week because this week is almost over, I feel like. But thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and let me know in the comments what you're working on for January. So I hope you have a great day.